Hi everyone, this is Tom from MonTac here with the monthly MonTac Meta for the past month of October. In this video we're going over the past month and how the meta changed/evolved. In October we saw Set 5 get released with a multitude of options now available to decks with less asset space like Rogue Beasts and Vigilantes. With that in mind, the following are the tiers for deck representation. Overlord tier 50% or more, extremely likely. Elite tier 25% to 49%, very likely. Solid tier 10% to 24%, likely. And finally Rogue tier less than 10%, unlikely. We'll start by looking at each week before we analyze the month as a whole. In the beginning of the month, we saw the pros remain split while the rookies favored mutated in their competitive matches. With this being a brand new graphing format, this should give us some much needed insight to how pros and rookies differ in deck choices. Following that week, we saw more Set 5 cards take prevalence as mechanisms saw play in both pros and rookies, with both decks being completely different hybrids. We also saw back-to-back pure Rogue Beasts make an appearance due to their newly acquired asset pile options. In the middle of the month, we got to see our first meta leader in the Mechanized Dragons pulling away at 33.33% of the pro meta. Also at 33.33%, we saw Bandits make a play for relevancy. New decks that became a big deal were Rogue Soldiers and Grim Gamblers, both using unorthodox strategies to pull off extraordinary feats. And finally, the last week we had Dragons end on a strong note with 20% in the Rookie division, definitely making this a very close meta. As we look over the month as a whole, we can see that yet again a new meta has arrived in the rookies as the Dragons have taken over with a total of 13% overall. And while not hugely dominant, it is double most other decks seen. I believe with the meta shifting towards pops and board wipes, Dragons seem to be the obvious choice. As for the pro meta, we can see Dragons are also featured at the top, albeit in multiple hybrid decks. With Rogue Destroyer Dragons leaving undefeated, this may also tell us about another archetype we should expect to grow in popularity. This leads into my predictions made last month for the October meta. My first prediction was that with Tyrosians getting nerfed as much as they did, while I expect they will see play towards the beginning, I doubt they'll remain on top deck by the end of the month. This seems to be truth, as by the end of the month, Tyrosians were gone from the pros and only saw play in 13% of rookie decks, the largest of whom, mutated Tyrosians at 7%, mainly focused on the mutated portion. My second prediction was that with Set 5 now released, I would think Dragons have finally got everything they need to dominate. Especially with Mechanisms, I'll be surprised if we go a month without either of them in the top meta spot. And boy was this an understatement. Not only are Dragons on top, Mechanisms have thoroughly made their presence felt in both divisions. It's going to be pretty interesting to see where they go from here. Finally, I predicted Cryptids will get to see competitive play, and most likely in some hybrid due to their smaller asset pile. While they did see play, their subsequent nerfs afterwards definitely pulled the plug in their momentum. It remains to be seen whether they will bounce back. Going forward, as you will have multiple metas to contend with, I will be splitting my three predictions into one for each division, followed by an overall meta prediction. With all that said, here are my predictions for the November meta. Number 1, starting with the rookies, I believe Dragons will maintain their dominance due to their generic uses and easy playability. Number 2, for the pros, I can see players dipping more into Rogue Beasts as they see their current champion remain successful while using them. Number 3, finally overall, with both divisions, I can see players branching out into older archetypes in search of answers to the Dragon problem. With my meta predictions out of the way, we have tons more in store for our players that will be revealed soon. If you'd like to check out our community, the Discord link is in the description below. That being said, this was for the meta for October 2022. Please leave a comment down below of your own predictions and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this kind of content. Until next time, this has been Tom. Have a great day.